How's it going, everybody? September 5th. Happy Labor Day. Have a great weekend, everybody. I was hearing on the radio today when I was driving to my destination that the city wants to make these cuts, and I'm like, I could definitely refer you to a place where we could make cuts to. We could how about bike lanes? We don't need bike lanes. Let's defund the bike lanes because let's be honest, we don't need them because I recall, as many of my viewers, you guys recall when we were growing up, there was no bike lanes when we were growing up. As a matter of fact, some of us didn't even have bike seats on the bikes that we were riding in the streets. So we don't need. Oh, I just imagine hitting a pothole with no seat on the bike. Oof, that's a horrible visual right there. But anyway, uh, yeah, man, we don't need no bike lanes. We'll go into the pros and cons about not having a bike lane, but still, I mean, when we were younger, it was like we had this this ability to just, we didn't have no media or no social media. We knew as kids if the car's coming at you, right? We always rode our bikes opposite of traffic. No one taught us that. It was like in school. We went to school and the teacher said, "Remember, kids, right opposite of the traffic so you can see the car." Nobody said told us that. We just knew that. But for some reason, these idiots, these cyclists, let's say bike riders. I'm not gonna say cyclists anymore. I'm just gonna say these bike riders. Because first of all, if you're riding a bike in New York and you're a grown person, that means you broke. That means you either got a DWI, they cancel your license, you can't drive a car anymore, or you too busy spending $4,000 for a studio and you can't afford a car and you can't afford gas and you can't afford insurance. I get it. I get it. I ain't hating on you, but I'm saying when you're riding a bike, please abide by the law. None of you guys or gals, you guys do not at all. You guys do not right respect the bike lanes. You have a bike lane on this side, and you see five people riding a bike on the right side where there's no bike lane, and there's nobody. And then now the motorcycles are taking over the bike lanes that they flying by. It's not fair to us. And then sometimes we double park on a bike lane, and then you'll see a bicyclist. You'll see them come up to you and go, "Hey, asshole, it's a bike lane." ¿Qué le pasa a esta gente? Están buscando una santa pecosa en la casa. I can't say what I want to say because this is a family-friendly show. But anyway, let's get into the pros and cons. I wrote some pros and cons. Let's go with the limited pros. All right. It's supposed to be, according to the reading that I did earlier, um, it's supposed to attract other cyclists, bike riders. It's supposed to attract them to come here. Who cares? Who cares if they come here? What are they gonna do? They just gonna make a mess out of for the drivers. It makes it hard for the drivers. If you drive a car in New York, like I do, you guys don't understand the stuff we got to go through because of the bike riders. They just all over the place, and it's crowded. You got to be careful. Lots of time they coming from the bike lane that's on the left side of you, and let me tell you something. They make the right in front of you, like they stick out their hands, like their arm, like okay, yeah, like we're supposed to be waiting for them. I'm not saying we're not, but listen, you're the guppy in the water here. We're the sharks and the whales. Because every time I go anywhere to go swim, I'm not gonna tell the shark, "It's my lane. Nope, you can't bite me. You can't bite my leg." Or I'm not gonna tell the whale, "Hey, watch that tail. Don't hit me. I'm here." This is what they do. They feel like they're entitled to be the kings of the streets. These cyclists, bike riders. That's horrible. No, that's que se vayan para el casino. Okay, now another theory that they have that I read this. is that they feel that the bike traffic from the sidewalk, it kind of blends into the street. But if you're a New Yorker, you already knew that back in the days when I believe it was Giuliani was the mayor. He did with riding bikes on the street on the sidewalk, or I believe Bloomberg did, because I'll get to that in a few. But they got rid of that. It was illegal to ride bikes on the sidewalk. All right, so that's one of the pros. So now, of course, another pros for having bike lanes is because people without bikes got to get bikes, and where do they get bikes? Um, from Citibank, City Bike. They rent a bike. So come on, let's talk what it is. It's not that they care about your health or anything. They care about renting those bikes. And not for nothing, I'm not trying this. I don't want this to be a political show at all because I'm not going politics. But isn't it funny how, like, in all these riots, you never seen the news that like they destroyed city bikes? I wonder why. Is that part of their meeting? Like Orsino used to say, things that make you go, hmm. But I'm not giving nobody no ideas. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So now we're gonna go into the negative, into the cons. Okay. So okay, I know you, my 5 million viewers. You know, when I read something, I gotta take off my glasses, so I'm taking them. Cyclists do not obey any of the bike lane guidelines to begin with. That's one. That's one. Yes. They ride bike on both sides of the streets. Yes, I covered that. They ride their bikes while texting. While texting, have you seen bike riders texting? That's crazy. I'm like, yo, the balls on these people, on these cyclists. Dios mío. They eat red lights and stop signs. And again, when a person is double parked, I see the cyclists. I've seen them. I've stood in the corner just, waiting for parking, and I seen when somebody parks in a bike lane, they just to load and unload. The cyclists. I don't know why, but I can't say that word. Okay, whatever. Um, they just they stop arguing with the person, like, oh, move the. They'll stop instead of just going around and being on their merry way. They'll stop and they'll shout out the driver like, "Why are you parking in a bike lane?" And I'm like, "Yo, man, it just I can't no more. I can't with all these little, like, back in the '80s and the '90s, people would have just got pounded out. I'm just saying, survival of the fittest." Right? Survival of the fittest. And I know a lot of you like me now, we're just shaking our heads, looking at the news. We're saying, like, and I'm not trying to incite anything. I'm not inciting, and I'm just, remember, it's my perspective, the Jay Reyes perspective. I just sometimes I get up in the morning. I'm blessed to be getting up in the morning, but I'm saying, what kind of world we living in now? It's just like total, like, everything that's supposed to be good is bad, and everything that we know was bad or is bad is good. Oh no, man! It's like a big bad dream, you know. Just sometimes, where are the heroes? Where are the heroes? Where are the heroes? Where are the heroes? We need real heroes. I don't know what's happening now, but yeah. Like I said, leave some comments. How do you feel if you're a driver? How do you feel about these bike lanes? But I know for sure you feel that if they're gonna defer money for the city, we don't need to be brushing up on these white lines. They there and they don't even use it, and they spend millions and millions of dollars for no reason. And those are our tax dollars. I don't think it's fair. So I feel if the city's gonna cut any budget, start with the bike lanes. For all you bike riders out there, you cyclists, it is what it is. I don't have anything against you. Just if you need a lift, be like, hey Jay, I saw your show. You dissed us. Now we can't even bikes anymore. I'll give you a ride. I ain't mad at you. I'll give you a ride wherever you want to go. You don't even have to give me gas money. Right? So once again, this is Jay Reyes. God bless you. And remember, get that good night sleep.